Hey everybody, thanks for coming back to my channel here, and if you're new, welcome. So today I just wanted to go through a one-click blueprint that I have for processing power slugs and animal remains to basically double out your coupon and power shard output. It's really good to have it early game so that you can unlock all the stuff in the awesome shop as quickly as possible and to get the most out of power slugs, because they are like a finite resource until you actually get the automation completed, like in late game. There are a lot of power slugs, of course, but I mean, you can always have more. So anyway, let's just get right to it. Before we get started with this build, though, there are a couple of things that you'll need to have to actually be able to do this. You're going to have the smart splitters unlocked from the Caterium research tree, and you're going to need 8 Somersloops that we're going to be putting into all of the constructors by the time we're finished. So this starts in the Mark II blueprint builder. I like to lay down a foundation, one foundation layer. And that'll just span the entire area of the blueprint designer, because we're going to be using a lot of this space here. And I also like to put a door here in this corner, just to get my bearings here. And we'll put up a perimeter wall here. Usually it helps me make sure I don't have the lifts go like too far out depending on where I place the machines. So it's just good to have a barrier there. And I put this catwalk staircase. I guess that's one of the things you have to unlock. I'll have that there just to give me a general idea right now of where I'm going to be putting this storage container, because I want it to be like I walk in and there's a storage container, and then I can just go up the stairs. Then we need to lay down our constructors here. This first floor is where we're going to process the animal remains. And so you're going to need 4 constructors set far enough back so that I don't like clipping. So I like to set them far enough back that the lift won't intersect. And I bring it up 2 notches there, and basically just repeat that step for the other 3 machines that we'll need here. And here we're laying down the very first smart splitter. And then we set up our other smart splitter. Use a belt into it. And go ahead and set up our output line here. And it's one merger. Set up the other merger and connect them. And we'll just connect all of our lifts here. I'm using a lower belt here, but you don't have to. I changed it later. Anyway, once I've got all the belts out, that's where I start programming the splitter by making sure I have so that's hog remains. And then I'm going to program the left one to hog remains. Then I'll do another remain for the left side, connect that belt, and the middle output for the smart splitter is going to be any. So I want everything going through, and that is going to leave out we don't want to do any undefined, because that will create a clog. So that's, we're going to do any, and there's a point for that here. So, yes. So I'm going to have my belt continue up to the 2nd floor here through that floor hole. Oh yeah, and I misjudged this. Give me a second. There we go. Alright, so I've repositioned everything, including that ladder. And now we are ready to go. So I'm going to set up 3 constructors on the 2nd floor here. And this is where we're going to process the power slugs. And it's going to be the same basic idea here. We'll set up our 3 constructors. They'll be fed by smart splitters. The smart splitters will sort of go, yellow, blue, and purple power slugs with, in this case, it'll be this first one will be the right output will be any. The first output I think is going to be the blue power shards, and then for the other smart splitters we're going to set them up kind of in a similar way, but we'll just be using the left output for the other two smart splitters, and then the center output for the other two smart splitters will be any. So once we have those set up, we are going to have another merger here. There we go. And like I said, I set up a priority merger for this one. Yeah, right on that center gives me enough space. And we'll connect a belt into the main input here. And then another one over to there. And then this input here is where I'm going to put another floor hole. There we go. And bring that down so that it feeds back into our priority merger. And we're going to go ahead and make that the high priority. And here, I'm just going to go ahead and put in an awesome shop built into this thing, so I don't have to worry about it. Now that is where the DNA container, or the DNA capsules are going to go. Oh yeah, I realized I made a mistake here whenever I set up my belts here, so we're going to have those power shards are going to come out here, feed into these belts. And I'm going to have a storage container here. And have the belts because they don't quite work well. It's not on even ground to go into the storage container, so we're going to have it feed to that one first, that conveyor pull stand, and then we're going to have it feed in so it doesn't clip. Okay, so this is where our power shards are going to go. Go ahead and put a dimensional depot there, and a lift there. And that is pretty much set up. So now we just got to get a floor hole down here, and connect our conveyor lift head into it. And now we just need to set up our constructor for the DNA capsules. Let's move this over a little bit, I think. I don't know. Yeah, right there. Okay. So, and select that. Now we'll have one lift that'll go up to the roof here. That'll be a little uneven, but that's fine. Just a little curvy. Connect that to there. Set up another one here. There we go. So now there's just really setting up the electric to do here, and at this point you can do the decorations. I did go ahead and do some of that here, but I don't want to spend the entire video for it. Just one thing, I did find putting those 1 meter walls there helps even up, you know, like where you want to put the windows and everything, if you're going to have windows, but you know, your decorations are your own thing, so I'm not going to worry too much about it here. So now we're ready to add our Somersloops to the entire mix here, and we just put them in every single constructor, so that way you're doubling up your animal protein that you're producing and the power shards. So you have double the animal protein going into the DNA capsules, which then get also doubled. So you know, you can get as much out of this as possible. Which I guess maybe that's 4 times. I don't know. It doesn't matter. We leave this to you know, better interested people. Anyway, so once you have the blueprint built, I just set it down somewhere relatively close to power. Go through and, you know, collect a whole bunch of animal remains and power slugs, and let me show you how the whole thing kind of connects here. It can be a little tricky placing it. Get in there. Get the fuck in there. Come on, bitch. Maybe don't put it down near a bean, too, because, well, I have a feeling. I'm pretty sure I got this. You'll see. So, yeah, once you have it all set down, you just feed it your tender victuals. And everything starts getting fed through the belts here into their respective machines. And like I said, because we've got it set to any, you're going to see, you know, hog remains are going to continue on through the line, even though they do go out of that first one there. But they're going to get fed back into the line. So, you know, it takes a little bit longer, I guess, but it doesn't really matter in the end, because as it goes through, you know, it's still processing this animal protein, which moves the DNA capsules up. Meanwhile, all of your power slugs are getting turned into power shards up top. The animal remains are fed back down through into a loop, and the whole thing just, you know, kind of works. So yeah, that is about it. This is a blueprint that I like to use as early as possible to, like I say, get the most out of my power shards, and also collect as many coupons as I can. I'm getting this world ready to complete a golden nut run, because I haven't completed all the achievements in this game yet. Basically, I never got what do you call it? Herpes? No, I never got nuclear power really going in the last one, so I never got Fixonium. I never got the other 2 things. Anyway, I'm kind of rambling now. Hey, Bean, there he is. That's why you don't want to get the Bean in there. Yeah, little bastard. There he goes. Get your fat ass on out of here. So yeah, this is one blueprint that I use a lot, just to sort of, you know, make sure that I can make the most out of my coupons and everything. There is a second one-click blueprint that I'm working on right now. Basically, it's a SAM fluctuator one-click factory, and I feed that into the coupon maker once I have all the ones I need. But anyway, thanks for checking out Efficient-ish. And if you liked what you saw, please leave a like, a comment, or you know, subscribe to help the channel grow. Thanks very much, everybody. Bye.